There's still tires, there's still general mechanical stuff. And again, you know, I will acknowledge that that's an estimate based on previous year trends. So,
17 was 5,700.
but, yeah, no, you're correct.
I would just think it would be a little bit lower if we replace that vehicle. I just don't know how many other vehicles they have after we look back at that capital asset plan.
Yeah, I think they only have that, a pickup truck and a dump truck for excavation, so.
So I would assume, so it's just two other trucks for 10 grand in maintenance, because the new one wouldn't need new, I'm assuming.
We hope not, but keep in mind, we may not get delivery of that vehicle until the end of 2020 or early 21, depending on
Okay.
order time.
That would make sense. So it should go down the next year.
You know, we'll review that with Public Works and make sure we
Okay.
take that into account, absolutely.
Alright, can we wrap up sewer? Okay, let's move on to debt service.
Oh, did we talk about capital, the actual truck?
That was what we were talking about, wasn't it? Just now.
Well, I was talking about maintenance, but, was this ranked a 1 or a 2? I can't remember.
Well, outside of the capital budget, we didn't employ that. This is the utility.
This is reserves.
You know, the rating is a 21, which is pretty high on the rating scale.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add that to the narrative, because I was reviewing this with
Yeah,
Joel earlier today, and I mentioned that he didn't include that in this
So it's
particular
been, I'm assuming it's been like down, so significant downtime has resulted from the equipment failures for this truck.
Yeah, there's been a lot of time trying to patch that together until I can get another one.
Could you, yeah, and I just didn't see that, I guess I could look back in capital assets and it'll have all that information.
No, that's general capital assets.
Oh.
This is not general
Okay,
capital assets.
so
it's
could we just have
utility.
the same kind of information, just so it says the normal life is 10 to 15, how old is this one? Just basics.
Sure,
Okay, thank you.
exactly, I see where you're going.
So just the basics of the condition and things like that.
Okay, it should still be in the asset guide that I provided with the budgets too. It's vehicle number 64, so
Okay.
If that's of any benefit to you, but I should also put it here as well, thank you.
It'll help me out.
Okay, debt service, page 97. I have a question about the graph on page 97, the bar graph. Is that, our actual debt service schedule?
It is,
As opposed to, because the number, like the 2020 principal number is 3.5 million, but here it looks like 4 million. And then I'm gathering for TID 1, you just prepaid some principal or something with the fund balance. So our actual for 19, but I don't know if this is the actual or if this is, what was actually, what our debt service schedule was.
You mean from the long range?
okay, well, debt service includes principal and interest. So,
Right, but you
Right.
separate them out here.
By color.
so
So like you
2019,
you have 2019, our projected is almost 5 million,
yes.
which is, well, here, anyway,
No, I see what you're
check the
saying.
numbers in the bar chart.
I will
because don't see
review,
the bar chart.
I did update that this year, but let me review it so I can answer specifically your
And
question.
can I ask, because you know better than me, is this, Leo, I always ask this question, thank you for keeping it to 10 years, I guess, right?
That's,
Thank
I
you.
thought of that.
Yes, and I noticed that, but also, is this including investments that are programmed in the long-range financial plan for 2026? You know what I'm saying, that if the debt would show up in 2027, or is this just the actual what we have on the books as of today?
Again, let me review the underlying data behind this to see
Okay.
why it is not, especially looking
footnote that?
backwards, but then forwards, huh?
Can you footnote that, because sometimes when we have the same chart in the long-range financial plan, it includes all our projected expenditures for the next 10 years, principal and interest, and then sometimes it just is what we've actually
Absolutely.
borrowed, so.
And I'll provide some feedback on that in the follow-up to this meeting.
Can I just ask in relation to that, so if we do revenue debt through the sewer utility, is that gonna show up in debt service, or is that gonna be stay in the sewer utility?
It does not show up in debt service.
Okay, thank you, go ahead.
Okay. On the list of the bond, on page 102, you got a summary by category. The debt service fund is the things categorized as village up above in the detail, is that what? If I added up all the village funding source, would that add up to the debt service fund?
It should.
Yeah, I went looking, where's village? I saw sewer, I saw TID, I saw part,
Where are you? I'm sorry.
on page 102.
Okay.
Well, property taxes is pretty much village. And then the transfers from the TIDs are those TID line items.
Okay.
And they should, again, we do some refundings or something like that, but they should correlate, yes.
Okay. Oh, the balance, yeah, or just
The principal and the interest and,
Okay.
and they do.
Okay. Transfers from the TID one, page 100. TID one projected for 2019 is 2.7 million. And then goes, which is $1.2 million higher. What, I can't remember what that was for.
I brought to the board earlier this year to call a portion of our 2010 TID line, which we
Oh, yeah.
did.
Okay.
So that was not anticipated in the original 2019 budget. But we
So
did
meaning
call
we
the
get-
bonds and we
we're get-
paid them off.
Yeah, if you look on TID one, on page
Yeah.
150, that took
Okay.
me a little bit to
Yeah.
figure out, but on page 150, the budget for transfers to debt service was 1.578, but we had fund balance, so we actually did the budgeted transfer and added on the fund balance and paid off more, so we're farther down. Well, we just paid the fund balance to pay down the debt a
Right.
little faster,
Yeah,
instead of
the
waiting
bond,
for
the
end.
bond was
Right,
callable.
okay.
So it was eligible to
Saved
be
interest.
called, and we had enough cash on hand
Yeah.
to call it. So
Yeah.
I think we saved $300 and some thousand in interest by doing it.
And we look well on track to, be paid off by 2021, right?
Oh, yes.
2021,
Yes.
okay. All right,
And then why is our adopted budget for general fund reserves, when, I just remember, is it because of that transfer? Because I just remember it was always going up for how much we were gonna use each year from the general fund reserves. And then it looks like it's less than projected for 2019. Or less than, by 50,000. I'm gonna guess it's because we paid off some of it.
so that was
Which years are you looking at?
So, page 100, if you just look at general fund reserves, how much we're taking from our general run. So in the long range financial plan, before that transfer, it would always go up over the years, like we need more.
Well, we did have, the line right above that, we did have some bond premiums the last time we issued debt, and those get applied towards debt service payments, so they don't require tax or stabilization support.
But it's even less than, and you never budget for those
This is
anyways.
just so this is the amount to keep us at a 5% increase, basically.
I know, it's less than what we used in 2019.
I get what
Yeah.
you're saying.
And I just always saw it going up, I never saw it going down. And I just wondered why.
Yeah, well, I mean, the
Great.
second to last line down here, you'll see it falls to the bottom line at 50,000 for that adjusts the fund balance that we carry in the debt service. But yes, that's a little, that's good news, I guess, in some regards,
Yeah.
but it's hard math, when I prepare the budget
Oh, I
week.
see, so the 50,000 that from last year.
It doesn't show up as an actual, the way it
Less
displays for an
reduced.
actual is at the bottom line.
Can I put, the general fund reserve transfer, can I put that, I'm gonna suggest that go on the list, because if we want to, one way to reduce property taxes would be to, this is instead of
Yes.
taking it to a 5% increase, we take it to a 2% increase, use more of our reserves here, and that reduces our levy.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, it'll be on the list.
So we'll put that on the list, okay, great. That's a good way to do it. Okay, any other debt service questions?
Now, I've been thinking about the use of those reserves,
General fund reserve?
general fund reserves, and I've kind of jiffied up a couple of scenarios that would apply even more general fund reserves. Would you like to see a memo on that? as a
Absolutely.
follow-up?
Are you talking about studies, or are you talking about for debt service? I mean, if only because
Just
like-
general fund reserves for debt service. Again, that's neutral to expenditure
You did that last year,
restraint.
didn't you? You did that last year too. I don't know if you shared it, but if we went to 7%, we went to,
Yeah, well, now we're thinking the other direction, right?
What,
To reduce the property tax needed.
yep.
So I'd be happy to provide a supplemental memo on that, just for context.
I mean, we're.
Because it's a
And like how
it's a
that,
good strategy if you.
doesn't it run out faster though? And will we
It-
have
it-
enough in 2024?
It does have some downside to it, but there's viable, sustainable alternatives that still work out, so
Okay.
I'd be more than happy to.
Where is the page that, oh, it's page 17 that has our total fund balance and estimated unassigned fund balance? So right now, we're,
I think we are 385,000 over the policy minimum.
300 what? 85,000?
385,000 over the 30%.
Okay, and we're using how much of it in this budget?
91,000 in this
Because
one.
you have 200.
Well, actually, I take, there's 205, but that's already considered into the,
Debt service.
into the calculation.
Oh,
So there's
that's-
another $385,000.
So you could use it for debt, so you could use that for debt service or studies. Really, there's only two things on that, in our policy that you can use it for.
Well, you could, I mean, the policy documents attached with the
Yeah.
thing, the email with the thing.
The thing, the follow-up.
The files I sent out last week.
And it's,
But again, debt service is the only thing you can use for it that doesn't account against expenditure restraint.
okay.
So it's kind of the key.
so wait,
That's
so on page 17, our estimated unassigned is 3.9 million, and you're saying that's 32.91% of, when you say current year revenues, is that 2019 revenues?
2020.
2020 revenues, so you're saying if we go to 30%, that would give us an extra 385.
That's
But-
correct.
But,
Okay.
wait, when you say that, I just wanna clarify for a second, it doesn't count of expenditure restraint. I understand, right now, studies are budgeted in here as coming from taxes, so they're already budgeted for expenditure restraint, right? I mean, they're already in the numbers, like, it's going against our expenditure restraint. If you supplement general fund reserve for those tax levy dollars, you have the same expenditure restraint number, I mean, because it's not changing, but your tax levy goes down. And that's what we're trying to do right now, so it's not like we're adding a new study and taking it from general reserves, then you're bumping up further against your restraint. If they're already in this proposed budget, they're already in the numbers, so the tax levy you're using for our organizational analysis of 20,000, I'm just making up numbers, it's in here, that's already counted in our numbers towards expenditure restraint. If you substitute general fund reserves, that 20,000, you save 20,000 from the tax levy, your expenditure restraint stays the same, because you're not adding any more from what's in here.
Well, I mean, we can
Just
use the, we can
substituting.
use the, if we decide we wanna use the entire 385, we could use it to fund studies, which you're right,
Yeah,
are
the tax
already in
levy
the
goes-
expenditure.
Right.
So, and it would
Right.
reduce levy, or we could, or,
Right.
you know, it's
Has
six
no
of,
effect
it's
on
six of one,
expenditure.
half dozen of another.
So
I mean,
when
if
you
we
say
do
that, I
it-
just wanna be careful.
If we do it through debt service, then
Either
we
way, it's
reduce
fine
the
with me.
levy to that.
I get it, I just, but the comment was, but then you're bumping up.
No, no, yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
And let me just review my worksheets to make sure that proves out.
Okay,
It sounds like it does to me,
Okay.
just the way you've said that, but,
okay.
but
But we do do
again, you're using reserves for, in lieu of
yeah.
annual funds, and you're
Well, I
gonna
always
get
wanted to
these
take
big-
that out, you do know this, I've always
Well-
wanted to strike that out, because we used it for like
yeah.
the vision or something one time, we used it for something, I was like, that's ridiculous, we should use it for that. but we
Yeah.
kept it in as a board, so if we
Yeah.
kept it in, I was thinking, well, let's see, we can use it for fun, for
There's
studies.
study, I mean, we aren't doing a lot of studies, you're always gonna do some general studies in your general operations of the organization, so.
Yeah, I think we should
so
change
by
the
So,
policy.
using-
but let me review that, and I will, share with you affirmation that what you said is,
Wait, so you
Yes.
guys are saying you think it's better to use it for debt service than to use it for studies?
Yeah, cause it's not like a $800,000 one time, it's, we always are doing some studies, I mean, analysis, so, yeah, if we somehow cover it with reserves this year, then next year there'll be another study
But
for
the problem is,
20,000.
once our debt service expenses, if we don't continue to borrow at the rate we had, eventually, if you look in the long run, it goes down. So now you have this reserve balance, what are you gonna use it for? Study. I mean, that's what it used to be used for before we projected out that we needed it for debt service. So I think that's why this is my presumption, that's why these are laid out this way. At this moment, I think the majority of us are saying debt service is more important because, but when we pay that, if we don't borrow as much as we had, eventually in 10 years,
yeah.
we're not gonna need as much for debt
And I
service.
think part of
You're
that
gonna have
will
this
be
big
in my analysis of, again, a couple things to
Right.
consider with debt service and amount of general fund reserves.
Well, we may not build up as much, we were at almost 40%, we were over 40% at one point.
Yeah, we're on a good
And we
slope
reduced
down
studies,
towards our
because we have
30%.
enough.
So, but yeah, I'll provide some supplemental information and that will certainly, carry on part of the
Okay,
conversation.
did you?
It got covered.
It got covered, okay. Any other comments on debt service? Okay. Let's move on to TIDS. TID one, we got refunding.
In the description, can I just, it says it will terminate in 2021, and I don't know if that is correct, I don't know, because I haven't been at CDA, but, the CDA may vote and ask the board to vote for an extension of 1 year for affordable housing, which is now allowed by state law. Do we wanna note that?